Hi there, and welcome to Feeling Better. I'm Dr. Betsy Bennett. I'm a clinical health psychologist, and this is the place to come for tips and tricks for getting the most out of life, no matter what disease you might be living with. Today's tip is one we hear about a lot: symptom tracking. If you haven't heard of it, it's just a way of recording what's happening with your symptoms every day. You can track your symptoms with pen and paper, or you can use an app. Of course, the nice thing about an app is that most of them are free. But pen and paper is fine too. You need to do what works for you. There are 4 good reasons to track your symptoms, but all 4 share the same benefit. They help us remember. When you're sick, it is so easy to forget how you were doing 3 months ago or even last week. Symptom trackers help you remember and help you discover patterns that can help you and your doctor manage your symptoms together. So let's go through all 4 of these reasons and see if there's a reason that you might want to start tracking your symptoms. Okay, so reason number 1, tracking severity. So tracking how severe your symptoms are is a great idea for people with autoimmune illnesses because so many of your symptom changes can be subtle and very hard to detect. And also, many of the medicines that are prescribed really aren't cures, but they may lead to subtle and important improvements. So, to track symptom severity, just choose the symptom you want to track and every day rate how it was. Do it the same time every day. You can use a 1 to 5 scale or a 1 to 10 scale, either's fine. Every day at the same time, rate your symptom for that day. So if it were me and I'm tracking diarrhea at the end of each day, I would rate how bad it was. If I didn't have any, I'd give it a 1. If it was really bad, I'd give it a 4 or a 5. And that's it. And I'd track it over a couple weeks to see if I'm getting worse, better, or holding steady. The nice thing about using an app for this is that you can look at graphs to look for trends. But honestly, you could graph it yourself if you're a pen and paper kind of person, that's fine. Okay, reason number 2 for tracking your symptoms. Track your daily symptom patterns. And this is great for knowing when the best time is for you to rest, stay home, schedule appointments, whatever. If you can predict when your symptoms are typically least severe, it can help you plan important activities for that time of your day. So, to track your symptom patterns through the day, you need to rate your symptoms at several key points during the day. So maybe first thing in the morning, noon, evening, and night. And do this for a couple weeks and see if you can notice times of day when you are, say, least fatigued or you have the least amount of nausea. And that can help you schedule times that you're most able to accomplish your goals or most able to eat. And try not to let assumptions stop you from tracking. Still doesn't make sense to me, but I learned through tracking that my fatigue is always worse in the morning, even if I've slept well the night before. Go figure. So now I know that, right? And I can plan around it. And I am taping this right now in the afternoon. So reason number 3 would be to track your triggers. And this is great for finding out if you have triggers for your symptoms so that you can avoid these triggers. So if you want to track your triggers, choose one potential trigger. It could be food, previous day activity level, sleep, quality, stress. Every day, note whether you had that trigger and rate your symptom severity, just like you did for tracking symptom severity in reason number 1. And at the end of a few weeks, you can look to see if you notice a relationship between your triggers and your symptom severity. Okay, reason number 4. Track your overall symptom picture. This is really useful for keeping track of lots of symptoms if you find that they change a lot over time. I found this really helpful when I was getting chemotherapy for my breast cancer. Symptoms changed every day, and those of you who have had chemo, you know what I mean. And I couldn't always remember, thank you brain fog, when my doctor asked me to report my symptoms. So this is also useful for the many autoimmune diseases, like particularly lupus, for example, that feature these ever-changing symptoms. So to track an overall symptom picture at the end of every day, rate every symptom you experienced. Again, 1 to 5, 1 to 10, it doesn't matter. Do this on an ongoing basis so that you are prepared to tell your doctor everything they need to know at your next checkup. So that's what you need to know to start tracking your symptoms. In my next video, we're going to cover some tips for presenting this information to your doctor in a way that's helpful and doctor friendly. Take care, and I'll see you next time.